That's right, folks. Acid Root's back, and I left you off last time we were fighting this golem. So, welcome to part 12 of Blackthorne, and we're finally going to get past stage 1 of World 3 in this. These stages are getting lengthier, and that's kind of the thing, so I think by the time we get out of World 3, it's probably going to be like episode 17 or 18, so just get used to this place for a while. Not quite as simple as the tree world. So, not going to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog this time. I still have a couple rom-coms that I'm on the verge of getting, but probably, I don't know if I'm going to continue to yap about those, but just know I'm still watching them. So, just got done making a frozen pizza. I ate like 6 pieces. I mean, I have to kind of take it easy, but that's the thing, is I'm glad for being able to chow down on something like that. I mean, that's how I've grown up. I mean, that's kind of been a component of it, is, you know, these frozen pizzas that constantly are around. Just back in the day, I would just throw on like Futurama and stuff and watch some of those things, but now I just kind of find myself messing with some old school Super Nintendo games and shit. But, you know, just it being 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever and doing that sort of shit, it's a lot of fun, you know. I think I said that in Super Metroid, but I'm gonna say it again, you know. Workers who have the night shift are very dope. It's good stuff to be able to do that. So yeah, I was trying to figure out what that machine was that always holds up the force field, and I watched another playthrough of that, and he essentially called it a computer, and I thought about it, and I was like, well, that's too large to be a computer, but then I remembered that this game was made in 1994, so that's what computers basically looked like. They didn't have laptops back in 94 and stuff. They were all, I mean, especially scientist computers, those were like, you know, those were like couch sizes and shit. Alright, so that's stage 3-1 taken care of. We're gonna put in the password, get to the next one, and kind of get it done. This stage is gonna piss me off. I learned a new trick to take care of some of these orcs. That's what you wanna... That's how you do it. But you still get to hit it. So keep in mind, you're gonna have to use that technique a lot. And it's a little bit more difficult when there's 2 orcs on the screen and shit. It'll definitely piss you off getting blasted by one as soon as you hit the other, and essentially having to shoot the combined 2 of them 10 times to progress. So we get a lot of potions in this stage, so just understand that you get like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 in this stage. The game knows that it's being a bastard this time around, but they give you enough potions to kind of handle yourself. So, and then there's some of these switch doors. So, they're not as bad in this stage as they are in the next one, though. So, it's kind of half puzzle, half action. That's what you're dealing with here. I fell right for that trap twice. Can't wait to get the gun power up. I mean, I know I'm only on the 2nd stage, but I really need that gun power up just to be able to. I mean, the problem with it is by the time you get the gun power up, there's just a new phase of orcs that you have to deal with. But I do really like the next upgrade to the shotgun. I think you'll like it too, viewers. The health, but no, I'm gonna get punched off of here, shot off of here. Trying to use the trick. I mean, sometimes they'll put these guys near a cliff so you can't really use the trick because they want you to use the classic way of fighting them, but sometimes it's not the most ideal. Lots of tricks and traps for Kyle Blackthorne. He seems to suffer a lot more than he needs to, but he tends to die from falls a lot easier than what you'd probably think. So, that's kind of the thing. I mean, Link, I don't think really in Zelda games Link sits there and dies from fall damage. He'll definitely take a few hearts of damage, but he won't full-blown die. That's unique for the Super Nintendo, because most games did not do that back then, but basically all 3D games you get hurt from fall damage, just about. But this game's a little bit ahead of its time. So yeah, you have to activate these stone beasts. Unfortunately, you have to go off screen to get them to pop up, and that kind of pissed me off. These guys can become bastards. I mean, they know how to piss you off, basically. Sometimes they'll give you stuff, sometimes they won't. It's the firebomb, though. But we'll get 2 potions here. I definitely wanted to find this guy, just in case you need them. If you don't have enough room, just remember this room, and you can get more potions later. I mean, I don't think this stage is to that degree is difficult where you'll need 5 potions, but just in case you're really having a hard time, they let you do it. Just in case you don't know that trick that I have been showing you with the orcs. But the main thing that's pissing me off about these sand stages is actually not so much the enemies as much as the fall damage. That's what's annihilating me. Is, you know, you make one misstep and Kyle falls to his death, and then that's it. It doesn't matter how much health you have. I'd like it if it just took out like 75 or 80% where you could just use a potion, but if he falls from too far, that's completely it. He's down for the count. So I think that's what a lot, that's a big component to a lot of complaints about this game. A lot of people who I've watched play this, they've all bitched about Kyle falling to his death. This is kinda... Yeah, we've got to get the levitator. So, and I completely forgot about it, which means we have to backtrack up here and get into some fights. You would think that there's only how much left to this stage, but I do die, and I do die a couple times. The gameplay recording I did for this episode took over 30 minutes. So we're not gonna beat this stage until part 14. So get used to this place. Found that funny. He's gonna punch me in the back of the head. He's gonna donkey punch me. Completely forgot about those fucking things. He just punched Kyle in the back of the head. He didn't even give a shit. That might just be the title of the video. Donkey punch. Surely there's a few of you folks out there that know what that is. We have a golem to fight. So yeah, that's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of steep cliffs in this place. That's the thing. Finding the grave of Thoros is not easy. So this is kind of... It's funny how the seer just told Kyle, I mean, she just basically stood him up. Like, you'll find what you're looking for in the middle of the desert. It's like, that chick must have really not liked Kyle to sit there and tell him that. Just go to the desert, and when the time is right, you'll know. It's like, thanks, you know. Can't tell me to look like for like some gray palm trees or like a broken rock or, you know, like a broken pyramid or something. You know, I think this is the part where I die to this stupid fucking golem. It really proceeds to piss me off that much because he just won't get away from me. This actually wipes out all 3 bars of my health, I think, so. That should have killed him. It didn't. Now, really what you should do is you should jump over that cliff over there, but I didn't quite come up with that quick enough. I mean, my wit is quick, but sometimes it's not. Kaboom. Yeah, there could have been. I like the artist that did Blackthorne. I wish there would have been more. A couple other game overs, like they could have shown the orcs with their foot on his back or something, or they should have shown Sarlacc. I mean, when you finally see Sarlacc, he looks a lot different than that. He looks a lot different than that shadowy version of him that you see in the cutscenes. He's a lot uglier, but the Super Nintendo graphics don't really depict him that well. So. I'm talking about. This easily could have been a graphic novel or something. I'm telling you, it's merchandise. I don't know what Blizzard was thinking. They must not care, because World of Warcraft is like in the top 10 of video games of all time. So I don't know what the hell they're working on recently. They got into trouble last year for supporting China or whatever. Something like that. Boogie2988 talked about it, but I don't remember now. I mean, I'll tell you, that news was trifling compared to the coronavirus crap. It was just like hell. And just like LeBron James kind of was defending China too. And we were like, oh my god, LeBron, you're a bastard. Now it's like, fuck it, we can't leave the house, we want basketball back. So, it is trifling. And that's just as recent as September, October of 2019. That's less than a year ago. That was just as stupid. Kyle can't handle the jumps. Weaken the knees. It's kind of funny how it just shows him going up that elevator. I don't know, that just seems so cartoonish. It's dumb. But I'm just trying to knock out this guy. That's the thing, this is a lengthy stage. I think even if you know what you're doing, it probably takes approximately like 20 minutes or so to get done with it, so that's why this took so long. I think I don't remember. I might die one more time in the next episode, but didn't mean to use that potion. Kyle Blackthorne. I'm telling you, there should have been some fucking stages on Earth. I mean, I totally think it would have been more interesting to see him escape from the military, because he essentially became court-martialed, which is pretty severe for the military. I don't know the terms that well because I wasn't in the military, but to get court-martialed, I think that has something to do with prison. You know, people go to prison in the military, and it's like, it's not pretty because you become disgraced. The United States doesn't even want your ass, and it's like, hell, I don't even know if those type people can get jobs anymore. Weren't you the court-martial military person that made the news? No, I don't want your ass. I mean, get out of my store before I call the police just for being here. I don't know. Alright folks, that about wraps up this episode. Yeah, I'm gonna say subscribe for more fun. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night.